Stop writing 50-page business plan, because nobody is going to actually read that. And even as an entrepreneur, you should know that business plan doesn't cut it for you. You need to know that at every point in time, there is something you need that is going to back up your claims when you say you are in business. And that is what I'm going to show you today, which is the business model canvas. What is business model canvas? Business model canvas, in a simple language, is the hypothesis about what customer wants, how they want it, and how the enterprise can organize itself to best meet those needs, get paid for it, and make profit of it. A business model describes how you create value, how you deliver value, and how you capture that value back from your customers. That is a simple language. But if you ask me deeply, I will tell you that business model canvas or business modeling itself is the way in which you as an entrepreneur will be able to understand the core strategies behind your business. Over the years, I have designed business model canvas for businesses that have used it to generate revenues over and over again. So today, I will be breaking it down for you. I've searched all over YouTube and I realized that the information on how to draft a proper business model canvas is not anywhere, because most of these people are not breaking it down for you people so as to understand how it is done and what is the benefit you are going to gain. So firstly, let me start with the benefit you are going to gain if you're able to put the proper business model canvas in place. Number one, it's going to help you to think around your business. What is it that you are missing and what is it that you need to focus on? A proper business model canvas will make you as an entrepreneur to think. You'll be able to think around it. You'll be able to say, oh, what is it that I'm missing? What are those actual resources that I need to focus on? And what are those revenue streams that I need to focus on? Which now brings us to the second part. Designing a business model canvas for your business is going to increase your revenue, because by so doing, you will see all those aspects of your business that should be generating revenue for you, but you are overlooking, or maybe you are not even looking at it at all. The third one is to help you to identify who are your target audience, who are your customers. In this tutorial, I will break it down for you. You want to make sure you stay to the end of this video, because I will be breaking it down from pillar 1 to pillar 2 up to pillar 9, because we have 9 pillars in business model canvas. So let's get straight into it. To understand what business model canvas is, you need to know that we have 4 different angles in which you need to understand before even designing a business model canvas. Number 1 is value proposition. You need to understand what is it you are bringing into the market. What is it that is going to change people's perspective about your product? Because let's say you own a restaurant. What is it that is differentiating you from others? Let's say others are serving their food on normal plates, and your own unique selling point is to go back to the cultural way of serving food, maybe serving it on leaf. And it's in this modern world, anything can be a unique selling point or unique selling proposition. That now brings us to value creation. Value creation is you understanding that you need to create a value for people to buy in, because unique selling point is not the only thing you need. And the third one is communication and delivery. You see that value you've been able to create, that value you've been able to propose in the first instance, you need to now tell people about it. Because you see, and I used to tell people that you might have a solution to HIV/AIDS, but if you are not telling people about it, if nobody know about it, you are not going to sell. And the last one is value capture. This is the way in which you need to capture that value back from your customers. In that instance, get paid for the service you are offering them. I believe you understand. Which now brings us to what we know as business model canvas. What is business model canvas? Business model canvas is a great tool for designing and visualization of business model, and it is also used for analyzing, creating, and configuring business models. And it's also an integrative tool for entrepreneurial thinking. That is what I said. Because if you have a solid business model canvas, or while you are building one, it gives you the ability to think about your business, to see what is it that you are lacking and how can you improve it. It's going to give you the idea on what is it that you need to put in place to better your service or to better your products. So, like I said, make sure you stay to the end of this video so you'll be able to get the value. This is very different from all those videos you have been watching about business model canvas online, because I'm going to break it down for you so that you are going to understand what it takes to build a business model canvas and the importance of business model canvas. I will be walking you through this. I need to stay in, carry your notes, and let's get straight into it. So in business model canvas, we have 9 pillars. Number 1, we have customer segments. Number 2, we have value proposition. Number 3, we have customer relationship. Number 4, we have distribution channels. Number 5, we have revenue streams. Number 6, we have key activities. Number 7, we have key resources. Number 8, we have partners network. Number 9, we have cost structures. These are the 9 pillars that hold what we know as business modeling or business model canvas. So how are we going to put all these things together? The business model canvas is like a puzzle. You need to know how you are going to put them together in order for them to work. That's why I said you have to stay to the end of this video, because if you miss one point of that puzzle, you will not be able to get it. Let's start with puzzle 1, which is what? Customer segment. This shows you which customers and users are you serving, which jobs do they really want to get done. At this point, you need to understand who is it you are offering to sell to, who is it you are targeting to sell to. You need to know why is it you are targeting them, because I've once asked a business owner, someone that sells clothes, that who are your target audience, and she responded by telling me that's everybody, because everybody wears clothes. I need to ask her again, what type of clothes do you sell? She sells shirts and trousers, which is normally for corporate individuals. So who you are targeting is not everybody. You are targeting corporate individuals, and so doing, you need to know that your customer segment are corporate individuals, because everybody wear clothes doesn't mean everybody put on suits and everybody put on trousers. So you need to understand who is it that are your customer segment. The second part of the puzzle is what we know as value proposition. What is it that you are giving to people, that you are giving this customer segment, that we are able to identify what is the value you are giving to them and how this value differentiates you from your competitors? What is that value you are changing? What is that thing that you are getting done for them? And do they really care about that? You need to put that in context. But before you understand your value proposition, you need to understand what value is your product or services given to people. And that is where we are now going to talk about the 30 elements of value. Number 1, you need to know if your product or services value is around social impact, which can also be said as self-transcendence. Or number 2, you need to know if it is life-changing. For example, it's provide hope for people, self-actualization, your product or services motivates people to do more. Or most importantly, is giving them sense of belongingness. For example, people that are buying iPhones are not buying iPhone because of iPhones. People that buy iPhone have this self-gratification that when they hold that phone, they belong to a certain level of premium people, so to say. The third one of the 30 elements of value is what we know as emotional. Is it driving emotion? You need to check if your product is driving emotion, if it is reducing anxiety, if it is rewarding people, if it is fun, if it is entertaining, if it is therapeutic, if it is about health and wellness. You need to know if it is driving emotion. Doing this, you will be able to know how to target your customers. The last part is what we know as functional. Functional in the sense of, is it saving their time? Is it reducing cost? Is it very quality? Is it reducing efforts? Is it giving them information, or your product is connecting them to more people? You need to understand that so that you know how to articulate your unique selling proposition. And the third part of the puzzle is what we call channels. This shows how each customer segment wants to be reached. Through which interaction points, you need to understand how every customer wants to be reached. And this is what we call channels. Some people want to be reached online, while some people want to be reached offline. Some people want to be reached on LinkedIn, while some people want to be reached on YouTube. Some people want to be reached on Google, while some people want to be reached on Instagram. You need to understand where do you need to meet your people, your customers, or maybe delivery channels. How are you delivering services to them? How are you delivering values to them? Most times, for example, I do business consultation. The channel in which I use to distribute this value value to people is Google Meet or Zoom call. So you need to understand it. You need to understand how are you delivering that value to people. The next part of the puzzle is what we call customer relationship. What relationship are you establishing with each segment? Is it personal? Is it automated? Is it acquisitive, or is it retentive? You need to know which part of relationship are you building with people. If it's acquisitive relationship, that is you trying to acquire more customers. If it is retention, that is you trying to retain your already existing customers. So you need to be able to know which touch point are these people and how are you related to them. So you need to understand customer relationship at every point in time. The next part of the puzzle is what we call revenue streams. You need to be able to understand what are those parts of your business that you can make money from. You need to be able to understand where is it, apart from your standard products, that you can generate revenue from. Let me give you an example. Our marketing agency, we realized that we have some spaces in our office that we were not using. So what did we do? We tried to rent those spaces out for people that are looking to use workspaces for their products. Some tech guys are around in the community that lights and internet is their issue. So we gave them the opportunity to come into our office, to use the office as a workspace. Some people are corporate entrepreneurs. When people ask them for their office, they need to show them somewhere. So we offer that services to them. Bring people in to this office, like say it's your office, and you pay us for it. Apart from the marketing service that we offer, we are now making money by renting out our office space for people. The room that we are not using in our office was converted into workspaces for people to come in to use, since we have electricity that is running 24/7, and we also have internet access for staffs. So we share it with the workspace. So that is an avenue to make more money with already existing resources. So you need to look around your business and check what are the revenue streams that you can make money from. For example, you own a cinema. Part of the revenue stream that you can explore is selling popcorn or selling drinks for people. Another thing is to partner with vendors. Let them bring their products to the cinema. You get paid by allowing their stand at the cinema for maybe a premiere of a particular movie. Let them come around. You make money from that. And you make money for selling tickets to the cinema in which they came to watch. And the next part is key resources. You need to understand which resources underpin your business model, which assets are very essential. You need to know what is it that keeps your business running. What asset you cannot afford to lose in business, or what assets you need to put in place. You are a fashion designer. Your key resources, part of your key resources is your sewing machines. You need to get that right. You own a restaurant. Part of your key resources is where you cook, your cooking gas. Those are your key resources. You have an agency, let's say creative agency. Part of your key resources is your laptops. You need to understand that. You are a content creator. Part of your key resources is your camera and the laptop in which you are using to edit. You need to understand which of your assets are your key resources to keep your business running. Because if you fail to understand what are your key resources, you won't prioritize them. And by not prioritizing them, that means if they break down at any point in time, your business is going to suffer it, and you are going to be running eta-sketa trying to fix them. So you need to understand what is it that is your key resources. Key activities is the next in line in this puzzle. You need to understand what activities keep your business running. You need to understand that what are those activities that you need to perform every day, every week, every month, or yearly, that will keep your business in line, and what is it that is very crucial. For example, in our marketing agency, we realized that our key activities every day is to set up campaigns for clients. If you have any clients, is to design strategies for people. For example, we are working on content calendar from the month of February. We are going to work on content calendar for the month of February in January. Likewise for the month of March in February. That's how we work. So every day, everybody needs to come to office to get all these things done. Or for example, we have a client that we need to post on their social media every blessed day. Part of the key activities is to check their page, post on their page, check engagements on the previous post, and engage with people that comment on their profile. So you need to understand what is it that keep your business running. For example, if you have a restaurant, part of your key activities is to cook the food that you are going to sell, because it's part of what you need to do every day to get the business done. So you need to understand all these things. The next in line is key partners. You need to understand who are your partners in this business, so that you are going to partner with them going forward. For example, at the early career of our marketing agency, we realized that radio station is part of the people we need to collaborate with if we want to get our customers' radio jingles on air. So we start partnering with them. Why is the partnership so crucial? Because at every point in time, there's going to be clash of interest at every radio station. They might have 2 or 3 clients with the same thing, or they might not have slots for them to put your jingles. But having a solid relationship with them will put you at the front, so that they will attend to you first before they attend to any other agency. Another example is you that do drop shipping. For example, Ajoke Collection, Amoke Collection that is selling clothes on WhatsApp. Part of your key partners are those delivery guys. You need to understand that your dispatch rider are core partners of your business. You need to now have 1 or 2 or 3 of them that you are going to partner with. That every time you put a call through to him, that Oga, I need this to be delivered to Ikogodu, the person is coming to pick it up and the service is going to be good. You don't need to pay them extra. Just make them know they are your partner in that business. You may or may not have only one partner. Just make sure you have something that keeps your business running. You having dispatch rider as your partner, as a dropshipper, someone that sells clothes online, means that you know exactly what you are doing, because by the time you receive an order and you start looking for dispatch rider every now and then, your customers might lose interest. Hope you understand what I just said. The next part of the puzzle is what we know as cost structure. But before I continue, you need to understand that we are still going to get to where you are going to understand the business model canvas. But I need to break all these things down so that you understand why they are important and why you need to put them together. So cost structure. What is the resulting cost structure in your business? What are those things that is driving your cost? Let me break that down. What are those things that you are spending money on in your business? What are those things that is taking money out in your business? For example, in our marketing agency, part of what is taking money out in our agency is payment of staffs. Another thing is overheads, paying for electricity bills, paying for petrol for generator, paying cleaners in the office. Those are part of the things that is taking money out of our business. Or for example, running campaigns, offline campaigns, out-of-home campaigns for our customers. So you need to understand what are these things that you are spending money on. If you are not spending money on behalf of your customers, what is it that you are spending money on, maybe to produce your product? So you need to understand all these things. Or maintaining the vehicle of the company, you need to understand them, so that way you will know what is it you are going to minimize on and what is it you are going to maximize on. Understanding cost structure will give you the benefits of knowing that this is not making us money. Why do we keep funding it? Hope you understand. Because we understood our cost structure in our marketing agency, that was why we were able to realize that we are spending more on providing internet and providing 24/7 electricity without making more. And that was why we were able to now bring another revenue stream into it by offering co-working space for people to come into the office to work. They pay us for using internet and pay us for using our space and pay us for using our electricity, which is very rare in that environment. So you need to understand all these things for you to be able to develop a structured and a solid business model canvas. So these are all the 9 pillars involved in developing business model canvas. So now bringing them together, we are going to have this, and bringing the table on all we have designed, this is what we are going to have. We are going to have what we call business model canvas, and here is where you need to start filling all the necessary information, so that you need to get yourself accustomed to what it is that you need to put in for your business model. And understanding business model canvas will give you that ability to write a proper business plan. The truth is, you need to have a proper business model canvas even before designing business plan. Most of us just go ahead, write a business plan without having a structured business model canvas. And if you don't know, business model canvas is also part of those things that make a business plan. Just like writing a project proposal, it comes before every other things in the business plan writing. So you can write your business plan and still put in your business model canvas. It shows the investors that this person know exactly what they are doing. So here you are going to understand what it takes to build a business model canvas. So let's dive in. As you can see here, we have all the 9 pillars on the table, and this table is what we call business model canvas. And I know you are not getting it yet, so I'm going to give us an example so that you know what exactly are we going to put in each box. So let's start by me showing you a well-known business model canvas. I mean a business that is well known. Their business model canvas I'm going to show us in a GB, and that business is what? Uber. That's same Uber that you know, Uber Ride. So let's get into it. Firstly, let's start with customer segment. As you can see on the Uber business model, we have customer segments. They were able to understand that they have 3 customer segments, which is their passengers, their amateur drivers, and their professional drivers. Normally, for novice, they will have considered those drivers are part of their partners, but they are not their partners. They are making money off the drivers, and at the same time, they are making money off the passengers. So the 3 of them are their customers. You will notice that Uber will run advertisements to look for drivers in a particular city, and we still run advertisements to tell passengers that we are now available in your city. So you need to understand all these things. You need to know how it works. So for Uber business model, we realize that what they have 3 customer segments, which are the passengers, the amateur drivers, and the professional drivers. So what is their value proposition? What is their value services? One thing I want to call our attention to here is that you can see how everything is well colored on this business model canvas. And this is for you to know which parts of this business model is addressing which. Where you see purple, you know purple is addressing which customer, the passenger as a customer segment. Where you see green, you know who it is addressing. Where you see blue, you know who it is addressing. So let's get into it. What is their value proposition? Here they name it as what? Value and services. Their value and services is what? Provide new source of income, new source of revenue for their customers, which are what? The amateur drivers. The amateur drivers in this sense are those people that have 1 or 2 work they are doing, but they are looking for a side hustle, which is why they register to be a driver on the Uber app. I hope you are getting it. Now, professional drivers are those drivers that are real drivers. What they do is driving all day, 24/7. So now, for professional drivers, they said what? Their value proposition is what? Additional income. Because they are already driving a car as a driver normally. They already have passengers. They already have routes in which they are moving. But we are coming into the market to provide them additional income. So those are the value proposition they are giving to these people. And the next one is what? Connect drivers with passengers. This is now drivers, another service that another value proposition is they are going to connect drivers with passengers. That's part of their value. And the next one is for what? Is for the passengers, solely for the passengers, which is for what? More for less. They are giving you more service for less price. And the next one is what? Reliable transport with 1 click. Just order on your app and you are going to get it. And the next part of it is what? What we know as channels. Channels in which Uber is using to reach out to people is what? Through the app for their passengers. And for the drivers, they are also using app. And also for the same driver, they can easily put call through to them if maybe, God forbid, any driver starts misbehaving. I hope you are getting it. Now, we also have customer relationship. How are they maintaining customer relationship with their customers? Number 1, self-service. People can easily go in on their app and do what they want with no restriction. And for their drivers, they have what? Ratings. Because they want customers to see everybody's ratings so that they will be able to pick which driver is the best. So the next one is what we call revenue structure or revenue stream. One thing is their revenue structure. They are not looking for anything, and which is what? Commission per ride, which is coming from what? Their passengers. The next in line is what? Their key activities. Every day they open their shop, they open their office by doing these 4 things. Number 1, maintain and develop their softwares. Number 2, driver ratings and feedback. Number 3, legal affairs, because you know people will always call their customer care, complain to them about a particular driver. So legal affairs is part of their daily activities. And we have what? Background check for drivers, most especially for new drivers. They make sure they do their due diligence on every driver that is coming on board. And we also have what? Key resources. What are those resources or those assets that keep their business running? They have 3, which is what? Number 1, the platform, which is the app. Number 2, we have drivers network. And number 3, they also have what? Their developers. They realize that these 3 people are their assets, their key resources, and they need to find a way to maintain them. Do you realize that it's not only instruments, tools, technologies that is part of their key resources? They realize that developers and driver network is part of their key resources. The next one, we have what? Key partners. They have 3 key partners. Number 1 is what? License providers. They want to make sure they have everything that it takes for their drivers to ride safely, to drive safely on the road. They also consider what? Their drivers as their partners. Partners sometimes can also be your customers. It depends on which type of business you are running. And also, part of their key partners are their investors. The investors that is giving them money, because at any point in time, they can easily go to them that say, we need money to scale to so city. So you need to understand that. Also, we have cost structure, which is the last part on this business model canvas. They have 3 cost structure. Number 1 is what? Software development. So cost structure is what I said is what? Taking money away from your business. Software development, patches, updates is taking money every day. They pay people that is going to do it for them. Number 2 is infrastructure. It can be information infrastructure or their office space or their overheads. Number 3 is driver fee. They need to pay all these drivers. Know that it's normal for them to pay it, but they still put it in their cost structure. That is how you are going to put employee salary in your cost structure too. So you need to understand all these things. I believe you understand it very well. If any part is very unclear to you, you can actually ask me in the comments and I will do well to explain to you thoroughly. And if it warrants me to do another video, I'll do that for you and I will tag you in the video. Another thing that I am going to call our attention to is that it is very easy to fill out a business model canvas, but very hard to execute. But trust me, just take it from me that I've been helping businesses to develop business model canvas for over 3 to 4 years now, that it is one of the best things that is going to change your game. I said it again, having a solid business model canvas is going to change your game. Whether you are playing on the small scale business or the medium scale business or the large scale business, you need to know how to put these things properly in place. So if you gain value from what I just shared, hit that like button so that YouTube is going to recommend it to more entrepreneurs to benefit from it. And I realize that most of us doesn't actually understand business languages. You pitch to an investor, they're asking you what is your gross profit, your net profit, your break-even point, your financial projection, and you are looking them like a dundee. I have put up a video series for you, which I call the 60-second MBA. Watch it here and you are going to learn more about business terminologies that is going to increase your knowledge in business and maybe give you the opportunity to get funded by investors. If you gain value from this video, do well to subscribe and I will see you next time.